Hello everyone, my name is Jilly Vanilla. Welcome back to another episode of Valhalla. We just bought a movie poster, posted a movie poster. We just bought a movie poster, so Jill managed to get Gabby off her mind, even if it were just a little bit. At least I hope Gabby's okay. Let's read a little bit of news. Biker gang arrested after vandalism during protests. Oh, so it looks like the police started doing something about the biker gangs. One of the members of one of the largest biker gangs in the Motor City sector were arrested after the group's leader and her entourage were found at the site of a protest last Friday. Their leader, commonly known in the streets as Christine Love, declared to the press that they were unjustly arrested, and that their gang was only there to defend protesters from white knights. They're afraid of us. They know they can't take us down in the streets, so they use protesters as a shield, and we had no option but to surrender, Love told Augmented Eye during a phone conversation. They're currently detained and waiting for trial. The formal charges are unknown so far. Isn't she a game developer? She's many things. I guess in the past we saw an article about biker gangs being an issue, but if this person's telling the truth, then this might be more complicated than we'd like to believe. Parliament discusses anime influence. Oh no. During an unusual meeting held at Parliament today, delegates discussed the effects of anime on the population. It's nothing but filth, trash, a representative for the Workers' Party yelled during the meeting. If I could choke every single writer and animator out there, I'd do it. I'd choke them with my own enhanced hands. My own enhanced hands. Sorry about that. Several anime studio heads have responded to the news. I think they would ban it if it wasn't bringing so much money into the local market, Yamake, a producer, told the Augmented Eye during a phone interview. I do agree that anime is trash, but I'll save the genre. You can trust me. A lot of trusting going on. Yes, important topics and all. This is a nothing but filth trash. That's a pretty big opinion. Taylor, the brain, tired of name change requests. Taylor. I think we've talked to Taylor before. A couple of weeks ago, we wrote about Taylor, one of the brains from the Solo Anima project. One of the highlights from the interview that was unfortunately stripped from the final version was a stray comment about how many people ask Taylor to change their name to Brian on a regular basis. Why Brian? Oh, brain. Okay. I know people try to be funny, but I won't change my name for a punchline, Taylor told the Augmented Eye team. I like the name Taylor, and there's nothing wrong with Brian. I just won't be part of the joke. My life is worth more than that. Taylor is currently looking at their chances at becoming a senator in the upcoming electoral season. I guess when you're a famous person in the public eye, you get a lot of silly comments, like changing your name to Brian because you're a brain. Okay, back to work. Tuesday, December 27th. Good evening. Hey Jill, let's have a New Year's party this Saturday. Didn't we just have a party like 4 days ago? Isn't that a bit soon? Why? Did someone famous get killed at a New Year's party? No, I mean, never mind. Sure, I'm in for it. Great. And Gil? He's coming too. I mean, it's not like he has anything else to do. Wow, you really do own him. Hey. No, I mean, where is he? He was escorting a client of his to the station. He should be back any second now. Back? Oh, it is any second. See? So, you coming to the New Year's party too, Jill? Gil? It's not like I have anything else to do, so... I told you. We're depressing people. All your life is your work. Oh yeah, the kid from the other day, Gabby, I think you called her, asked me to give you this. I believe it's a note. A note? Gabby? Let's see. First of all, I want to apologize for my behavior before. I was still hurt by my sister's death, and it wasn't fair to take out all the stress on you, let alone put the blame on you. And so it feels weird to ask this of you after how I treated you, but I really want to talk to you. I want to catch up, to chat for a while, to do what you were doing with me before I lashed out. I want to understand this freedom you talked about, the fear that drove you to a fight with my sister. I'll go back to the bar on the 31st. I won't take much of your time. If you don't want to see me after all that, I understand. But please, I really want to talk to you. Gabby. Wow, that girl has a big vocabulary. Well, last time we talked to her, it seems like she skipped a few grades. She was always a smart one. The 31st is written in different handwriting. Oh yeah, she asked me when you would be here and relatively free, so I told her about the party. I also assumed you'd say yes to the party, which might not have been the best idea now that I think about it. Boss, I'm having second thoughts about coming to the party. What? Why? Because I really don't want to face Gabby again. Now it's coming back to me. What drove me to never go back and apologize after all these years? Fear and shame. Shame because I know I made a hideously stupid mistake, and it's painful to face your mistakes. And fear of what they might say. With Lenore, we never broke up formally, so I was always afraid that if we were to meet again, she'd break up with me. And I don't want Gabby to tell me that she hates me to my face. Lenore was in the right to break up with me, and Gabby is in the right to hate me. But I don't want her to. Maybe if I never see her again, she'll never tell me that and... Jill, you idiot! Huh? You're thinking backwards. Didn't the letter say she wanted to understand you? If you bail out on this, she will hate you. Not only that, but you're getting a new chance here. Do you want to live the rest of your life running away from a memory? Didn't you just say to Armitage that you hated feelings like that? Armitage? A titty hacker. Alma, right. I don't know what happened when you fought with that girl's sister, but now that you have a chance to make amends. Not only that, you have us watching your back. So I want you to think about this. One day, of fear or a lifetime filled with regret. Which one do you pick? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I hated feeling like that. I won't run away this time. Good. Because I would have gone to your apartment and dragged you out of there if need be. Hey boss? Thanks. That's what friends are for. Yeah. Anyways, let's start the day. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Seriously though, it's the second note that has stirred such feelings in me. Second one? What was the first? 2 weeks ago I got another note in the mail. This one is from Lenore. Was that the envelope you took away from me in a panic? Yep. You haven't opened it? Why not open it with Gabby? You're facing one fear. Might as well face the other. Maybe. Don't push her, Chief. I'm not. I just know she's capable of doing all that. I'll go secure stuff for the party. Call me if you need anything. Keep it up, Jill. Thanks. Happy holidays! Somebody's happy. We held a party for the staff and their children. You should have seen the faces of those kids receiving gifts. Nabbing that Santa suit at the last minute the other day was totally worth it. Santa dresses seem to have been popular this year. I heard they were sold out in most places. There was this weird shortage of Santa suits, but luck was on my side this year. I'm sorry about that outburst. Why? You look so happy. I felt happy too. You shouldn't hide your happiness. Anyway, can you get me a cobalt velvet, please? Sure. A cobalt velvet for Happy Stella. Okay, on the rocks. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On the rocks. Here you go. Thanks. Are you meeting with Sei today? She should be here in the bed. She told me she wanted a drink here, and since I was coming here too. Sadly, I can't stay for long. I have some errands to run. How has she been lately? She's better. Her wounds have been healing quite nicely. If only she stopped scratching at her bandages so often. What about her eye? Eye? Oh, hers. Sorry. It'll take longer to heal, but as long as it's kept clean, there should be no problem. But to be honest, I'm more worried about her emotional wounds. She doesn't show it, but she's had depressive bouts from time to time. And who can blame her? Her life changed completely. The job she loved no longer exists. She was used as a disposable pawn in the whole bank affair. I'm afraid it will all make her go back to her old ways. Old ways? There was a rough spot when Sei was a teen. Her mom's clinic was about to close. Then her biological father, who was an asshole, showed up. And the teachers at her school didn't help. Sei is not a slow learner by any means, but her way of learning stuff is different. She needs equivalences to things she knows. You need to get a bit in her mindset. Once you get this, she's a fast learner, but schools don't have that kind of patience. They basically branded her a failure. She even dropped out. I would have suggested a special course somewhere else, but that would have offended her. She's always been against being labeled as special or different. Anyway, Sei was totally different during that period. Foul-mouthed, short-fused, always frowning, the total opposite of how she is nowadays. From time to time I see that old look cross her face and it scares me. You're comparing her to her teen self, though. People mature. Maybe she'll show signs from time to time, but I bet Sei knows better than to go back to that. I hope so. Get me something cold and sweet, will you? Sure. Cold and sweet. I think I've heard that before. Cold. Oh. This one. No. It's not a piano woman. It's not a Brantini. It's not a Moonblast. It's a Blue Fairy? Sparkle Star. Oh. Cold and sweet. Not Blue Fairy. Moonblast? Is this right? I don't know. Please? Here. Thanks. This is the kind of stuff Sei asks for, you know? Now that you mention it. You know, when Sei reappeared, it seems that she came here first. Oh yeah, she told me that. Glad she found a familiar face after all that chaos. Did she tell you we had a talk at the back of the bar? You did? Well, it's nothing that important, but she was devastated, you know? She was afraid, tired. It hit me quite hard, not only after seeing her covered in bandages, but also after seeing her so cheerful before. I guess I should be thanking you then. You what? When I met with her, she told me you calmed her down quite a bit. I did? I'm guessing with all that was going on, the desire not to worry me weighed on her. It has happened before. So it's good that there's someone else for her to share her stress with. Thanks. Sure. I don't think I did anything noteworthy, but sure. I've been wondering, can you really be so calm in the lower parts of the city? I mean, the streets are not exactly safe, and a cat boomer is sure to be a target. Well, I have my security staff with me at all times, so there's no problem. Besides, this part of the city is comfier. Come again? Sure, uptown is cleaner and maybe more secure, but it's also too sterile. Around here, you can actually feel the warmth of people. You can feel there's people living. I especially like going to a busy food stand. I feel warmth there that uptown doesn't have. It's also easier to talk to people. You finally came. Welcome. If you try to talk to someone in the upper parts of the city, they either shrug you off or flat out ignore you. People around here are a bit wary, but they're also more likely to talk to you. Not that things aren't nice there, though. Can I get you something? I feel like having a beer. Make that 2. But I just want 1. I'm asking 1 for me, adding 1 to your order. Oh, that, right. 2 beers for the girls. Do 1 da bum 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 bum. Next. Bum 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 bum. Here. Thank you. Thanks. Say, you should have seen the kids after you left. They were all playing with the toys you picked. You nailed it again this year. They were all asking, "Where's Say? Where's Say?" Why did they call you just Say when they call me Auntie Stella? I don't look that old. Don't worry, they still like you. Sorry I had to leave, but Mom worked overtime that night and I couldn't leave her alone. What happened? Well, there were fireworks, and some dog thought it would be safe to hide in a jar. The little guy managed to get his head and paw inside before getting stuck. And it was plastic, so they couldn't just try to break it. That's messy. She needed someone to hold the dog while she worked. Poor fella was scared. Well, I'm out. Oh yeah. We'll have a New Year's party this Saturday if you want to come. Sure, it's better than depressing myself with Dad's woes about the next fiscal year. I'll be here. Bye Jill, bye Say. Careful. Please come again. You want to come too? I'd love to. I'll also make up for not coming last time. How was the party? Pretty nice. We played Truth or Dare. Had some fun. Broke some glasses. Ate lots and lots of food. Seriously, looking back, the amount of food was ridiculous compared to the amount of people that were there. Better leftovers than left hanging, don't you think? Yeah. Can I get you something? Let's try something classy. Okay. Something classy for Say. Something classy for Say. Classy, classy. Say classy. Classy. Something classy. Yep, this is the thing. Stella came in quite cheery about Sunday. This Sunday? Oh yeah. Well, you know her birthday is actually the 25th. Really? There's a weird story from when she was a kid. She heard Mega Santa's story and somehow she got into her head that by being born on the 25th, she was the spiritual reincarnation of the original Santa. that made her start giving out gifts like crazy. She got over it, but the gifting stuck to her. Spiritual reincarnation. Well, the story says that the Redmond family destroyed Santa's spirit, and that Mega Santa was reborn as a manifestation of the Christmas spirit. She thought she was the old Santa spirit in a new body. That girl was delusional as a kid. Huh. Speaking of things you did when you were young, Stella mentioned she's worried about you going back to your old days. Something about a rough period, you were angry or something? Oh, that. It's sweet that she's worried, but I won't go back to those days just like that though. Even if I face the same situation, I'm more mature, you know? I'm not a teen anymore. That's what we told her. Expected as much, told her as much. Hey, can you get me something bubbly? Sure. Something bubbly for a bubbly girl. Let's give her the same thing that we gave Stella. I think that's thoughtful. Here you go. Bubbly bubbly. Hey Jill, wanna know how Stella got her eye? Huh? I feel you shouldn't tell me that. She told you my story. Means she likes you enough, it's fine. You remember when I told you one white knight saved me from another? Well, it was about the other one. Apparently he was running away after and doing something. Dunno. We were at the park and he held us a hostage. At one point, they tried to approach and he just... He gouged Stella's eye out. I tried to stop him, but he just went and kicked me. I still remember that kick. I could feel my ribs breaking. There's pain in places I didn't know I could feel pain. From time to time, I still relive that day. The kick in my torso, Stella's screams, it's chilling. I briefly regained consciousness after the kick, when I felt like I was being lifted. The white knight that attacked us was on the floor, not moving. I was on another white knight's shoulder. He took his helmet off and put it on an anguished Stella. I passed out, and when I came to, I was in a hospital. Apparently the kick ruptured a couple of organs and I was put in emergency care. I woke up because Stella was punching my leg, telling me to wake up. Damn. Just... damn. What made you bring this up? I bring this up because that guy that was here last time I came, I think he's the one that saved us. No fucking way. Virgilio? Really? What made you think that? Sure, more pounds and years, but I'm pretty sure it's him. There's something about his face I just can't dismiss. I'd like to see him again. Do you know how? Do you know the Steampunk Museum? Ask for Virgilio there. Gotcha. Well, I'm done for today. Thanks, Jill. Please come again. I'll go take my break, Jill. Gil. Sure. Wow! Oh my god! I can't believe Say became a white knight after experiencing something like that. But I guess the other white knight was admirable too. Guess it's not really one-sided. Oh, that's it for this episode. I'll see you in the next one, maybe. Bye-bye!